Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I try to combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food bank to make hopefully well-balanced, nutritious meals. I have to eat low carb, and as the sole cook in the house, it's easier for me to make one meal most of the time. You will see variations like tonight. But like I said, most of the time I just make low carb for everybody and it works, or I just pass on some of the low carb stuff. So, yeah, let's jump right in. So this is a quart can of turkey that I canned up myself. This was from a whole turkey that we received from the food pantry, that I just went ahead and canned up part of it and then ground part of it to make into turkey burgers. That I'm going to top with barbecue sauce, and I'm not putting that on yet until I serve it on the plates, and that way I can decrease the amount of barbecue sauce that I put on mine so it's lower in sugar. Then with that, we are going to have peas and carrots. Those are both from the food pantry, and then a box of Annie's organic mac and cheese from the food pantry as well. Now, obviously, these two, especially this one, is not an option for me. I could eat a small amount of that, but I'm just kind of not in the mood. So this is one of those nights when I made a modification for myself. I actually originally planned on just making cauliflower with cheese on it, and instead I made cheesy mashed cauliflower for me. And then I'm just going to put the barbecue pork on top of it and squeeze on a little bit of barbecue sauce. I know that probably sounds weird. For me, it kind of has the feel of like the KFC bowls. They have famous bowls, I think is what they're called, or what they used to be called. I don't even know if they make them anymore. They were making it. My husband worked at KFC in college, so that's how I know what they are. But yeah, that's kind of how I've modified it to make it low carb for me, and that works for me because that sounds delicious. So yeah, that is dinner for Monday night. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, it is Tuesday night, which usually means something taco or Mexican related, but I just wasn't feeling it tonight. Maybe I'm finally burnt out on tacos. No, probably not. But I just felt like making something different. This wasn't even on the menu. I just happened to have everything on hand for it, and it was something I've been meaning to try for a while. This is a chili dog bake, like chili dog casserole. So it's got like hot dogs down underneath it, and then you actually make the chili sauce, meat, and then it's topped with cheese. This is a keto version. You could totally add beans to this and make it a not as low carb option if you wanted to, and that would even make it stretch even farther. Lentils would be great in the meat as well to make it stretch a little farther, and I will make sure to post this recipe in the comments because I have a feeling it's going to be tasty. With that, I planned on making potato wedges because I had a bag of giant potatoes that we had gotten from the food pantry and had some left, but when I went to cut into them, every last one of them was like this on the inside, which when you're making potato wedges doesn't work very well. So I did my best and cut up what I could of what was left of them and just made potato chunks, and that's fine. They taste the same. I'll put ketchup on the plate and the kids will dip them and it's all good. I just put seasoned salt and a little oil on them to cook them. And then for me, because I can't do the potatoes, I did radishes. Do they taste like potatoes? No. Are they a decent substitute to potatoes? No, not really that either. But they do. They taste good. I put the same seasoning, cooked them for the same time. I'll probably dip them in a little bit of ketchup. So it's all right. I just wanted a vegetable in here since that is not exactly health food. So all right, that is Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and tonight's dinner is brought to you by I didn't want to cook. It has been a dreary, rainy day all day today. I have not felt great. They have been spraying the fields all around us for the last several days, and that always makes me feel off. Probably my body going, what are you spraying on me? Because it blows in. But yeah, this was not what was on the menu tonight. I had a more complicated meal planned out, and I just didn't want to do it. So instead, I pulled out kind of an old, easy one. These are salmon patties, and I don't like fish, so I made myself the chicken patties. And since I won't be eating the salmon patties, I could make these not low carb. Normally, I would add like almond flour to them as the binder with the egg. Tonight, I blended up a couple of the little mini packs of Cheez-Its and used those as my crushed cracker or breadcrumbs or whatever it is that you use as a binder. So I think my kids are going to like these. They don't generally like Cheez-Its a whole lot, which is why we have several of those around. But I think in this, it'll probably be pretty good. But it's also made them like really orange, which is funny. But yeah, they look good. And then for mine, I took my low carb chicken nugget recipe and just made them into chicken patties. So that's, I will post that recipe in the comments. And then I blended up some barbecue pork rinds and made breadcrumbs essentially out of pork rinds and dredged the patties in that before I fried them. They look delicious. I'm excited to eat that. And then we had the packets of mac and cheese that were, sorry, I was looking to see if I could grab one of the packages. It was like literally like plastic packages of mac and cheese, like individual servings of mac and cheese that we had gotten from the food pantry. And I just thawed them out partway and then heated them up. I added a little bit of water to it just to kind of get it going because they weren't completely thawed, but it looks good. So we'll see what the kids think. I obviously can't do that because of the carb count, and then also I can't do wheat anymore. I'm having other health issues that come up if I even try to cheat and have a little bit, so no wheat for the ma. But then other side, we're having green beans, and these are it's just a quart of home canned green beans with a pat of butter on it, and I'm done. So yeah, super easy dinner tonight. Like I said, I was just kind of not Mama didn't want to cook, but fast food isn't an option. We literally live like 15 minutes away from the nearest fast food. Nowhere delivers to us. Like there's not even delivery pizza. It's not fast food. By the time you drive there, get the food and get back and get everybody's out, I could have cooked a meal. So, and I did. I cooked this in a half an hour. So that's less time than it would have taken us to go get fast food. So all right, we'll see you tomorrow night. It is Thursday night, and tonight I am making the meal that I had planned on making last night and didn't feel like making. I'm feeling better today, so that's good. So tonight we are having burgers. I've got 2 pounds of the ground beef from the food bank that I made up into burgers. This is some of the vegan cheese. We're going to try it. It didn't melt super well, and I'm getting a serious giggle out of putting vegan cheese on burgers. Not in a mean way, I just think it's funny, kind of a redundant thing. But anywho, so there's that. I don't care for beef a whole lot, so I've got 4 turkey burgers. For toppings, we've got some sauteed onions and bacon, and then we've got ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, and then that spicy aioli that I picked up at the grocery store last time we went, and I'm super excited to try it because on burgers that sounds good. The kids have regular buns. I made trying a new recipe for these keto cheesy buns. They look good. I was kind of hoping that they would stay floofed up enough that I could like slice them open and make more buns out of it, like one whole bun like that. But that's okay. I will eat it like that. If the recipe is good, I will comment here, and I'll post the recipe in the show notes. And then with that, we're going to have coleslaw. It is my go-to low-carb side, especially during the summer. And I have some chips out, pork rinds, whatever, that kind of thing. So another nice, slightly more in-depth cooking-wise summer meal, but even still a nice summer dinner. So, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house always means pizza night. Sometimes it's homemade, sometimes it's store-bought, sometimes it's a cross between the two. So tonight we have one of the giant Mama Cozy pizzas from Aldi. This is one of the meats ones, and I think it ended up being a thin crust by accident. I don't know. And then I had the burger buns that I made last night. I did not care for them as burger buns. They were too thick. If I were to do them again, I would thin it out and use way less per bun. But they were very chewy. They weren't bun-like by any stretch of the imagination. So the other thing that you can use that recipe for is to make it into pizza crust. So I just made a couple of mini pizzas for me. So we'll try that. And then veggies, we have the rest of the asparagus from the food pantry. And then this is a quart of my home canned green beans. And I just baked those both on a tray at the same time, coated them with oil. I put a little bit of seasoning on those. These I'll just put salt, the asparagus I'll just put salt on. And the reason I'm doing two is because I have kiddos that don't like asparagus and would rather have green beans. So yeah, that is Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday, and normally on Saturday I make a big dinner. But I was looking in the refrigerator today and I saw that we have a lot of leftovers from this week. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have massive amounts of leftovers and sometimes we have like nothing. So I didn't really want to make a big meal because I didn't want to add more to the leftovers. And I'll explain leftovers here in a minute. So tonight I took the last of the bag of chicken thighs and I just baked those from frozen, 375 for about 45 minutes to an hour. And the last like 10-15 minutes, I just poured some barbecue sauce, spread it around with a spoon, and that's the meat. With that, I made what I call Normandy blend, but it's also sometimes called California blend, which is cauliflower, carrots, and broccoli. Just cut up. I steamed it. Then I made a garlic herb cheesy sauce and poured on it, mixed it in, and then baked it for about a half an hour with the chicken. Excuse me. I wish I had thought to throw like some pasta or rice on to kind of bulk this meal up, but I did not. Like I said, I'm done for the week. It's been a long week. So leftovers. If you're new here, I don't cook on Sundays. I take the day off. I really try to rest, spend some time with the Lord, go to church, spend time with my family. So when we get home from church Sunday afternoon, I pull all of the leftovers out from the week and I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. Sometimes it makes for interesting combinations, but it gets the leftovers used. We really try to waste no food in our house. So I pull those out and that's what we have for lunch on Sunday. And then dinner on Saturday, I pull out a bunch of snacky things. Cheese, crackers, dried fruit, dried meats, seeds and nuts, sometimes chips, goat cheese. I usually try to pull out something sweet. So like if we happen to have cookies in the cabinet or some chocolate or something along those lines, I'll pull something like that out. And then once again, I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. And I make the little guys as plates and then the two big guys make their own. And it works out great. And I even pull out paper plates on that night. So that's the end of my cook week. So yeah, I will make sure to post any relevant recipes down in the show notes. I know there was at least a couple. And then, yeah, that's it. My brain just went done. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.